Hey guys, Marco here again, founder of Mirai Labs and Save the Future. Last time I stopped the video when I was speaking about the product and I was saying what we built. I was speaking about what we will build and what we are building. So let's go back to the presentation. And today I'm going to talk about our products, okay, in a more detailed way. I'm going to show you the model, I'm going to show you the global vision, I'm going to show you the demo, and then tell you again our launch dates and what we're gonna launch, when we're gonna launch, and our partners. So let's go back to the presentation here. If you remember, this presentation here was very important because I was speaking about the company purpose, okay, and essentially this one that so to essentially evolve eco sustainability. Now, what we built the first crypto e-commerce accelerator for sustainable brands. You can see here, again, which are selected by and boosted by the community. Essentially, what we're doing is this: we innovate the concept of e-commerce through a new user experience while providing DeFi, so decentralized finance, and gaming dynamics with the goal to accelerate the adoption of our partners' eco products. So essentially, we built a new way, and here we explain it. We built a new way to shop sustainable products and earn by acting green that is built for the Web 3.0. So that was the last part when I was speaking about what we are essentially, right? So we are a new way to shop sustainable products and earn by acting green. We connect the dots. Again, we connect the dots because when I say build for the web 3.0 means that I'm connecting everything, connecting e-commerce, and connecting decentralized finance, gaming, virtual reality, NFTs. I connect everything, okay? And this is the only way to evolve eco-sustainability and change this industry for good. So essentially, this is what we are. Now, let's go back to our problem. Just a reminder, quick reminder. Eco-sustainability is still too much of a niche, guys. Why? Because, as you know, and data suggests that, and we're gonna see that, okay? Eco-sustainability is still too much of a niche because the way it is proposed is not very appealing, okay? It's not cool. It's not fast on the market, and it's not Web 3.0. Now you're going to say, okay, why you are saying that? So what do you mean with that? Do you have data that support what you are saying? So now we go back here. We go here and we see how we explain better the problem that you see here. We split in three, okay? In three micro problems or macro problems. So essentially, people think green, but they don't act green. They don't act green means they don't really um, do what they think, right? Essentially, here the number: 65% want to buy brands that are sustainable, but they don't feel incentivized. This is data, right? Essentially, only 26% buy sustainable products. So that means that the majority think but don't act. Why? They don't feel incentivized. And nowadays there are so many loyalty programs. So if you do this, you're gonna be rewarded with that, etc. But they fail. These things fail after 2 years. The loyalty program uh, model doesn't work because make people think but don't act. Then we go to the second problem. People are not engaged with eco brands, essentially. What I mean with that is that data shows how more than 40% of people are not interested. They are not interested, or they don't think their individual impact can make a difference. So it's basically people are saying that they don't they're not interested in the green, and or they think that even if they do something, it's not so important. They like an individual impact is not so important for the earth. It's bad. This is bad. Okay. Then we have 56% of people that feel greenwashed because, as I said here, is like the communication, the way eco-sustainability is proposed all around, all the channels from e-commerce to actually communication is so aggressive and full of words that people think like they are greenwashed. Okay, so they actually don't feel engaged because they feel like everything is like fake or it's not good actually for the environment. So there is some misconception when you hear like, oh, this is a green product. You feel like, oh no, man, this is bad, right? It's like suit and tie, right? When you see someone in suit and tie, maybe you think, oh, he's hiding something, right? So that's what people think right now. And 66%, so one third of 2/3 of people, they are not attracted to the packaging of sustainable products, or they just choose green only for the tech and social status. Like, think about Tesla. I mean, the majority of people, if you go on YouTube and you search on like a green car, Tesla, whatever, you find like not so many videos. But if you search on YouTube the performance of Tesla and the experience, the driving experience, the user experience of Tesla, you find a lot of videos. People choose green only for text and social status. And then we comes to the third problem that is connected, right? So the brands that are in the sustainable business are slow and not well positioned. Why I'm saying that? Why we are saying that? Well, first of all, the majority of brands are in the drop shipping business, and 82% of people of these drop shipping brands, they received complaints because of quality, shipping times. That's bad, okay? Then we have the good brands, maybe, they cannot be searched, they cannot be found. 76% of the products and the brands that are in the sustainable business cannot be found easily. They cannot be found. There is so much fragmentation. There is not a single platform that really is able to connect these brands and connect the consumer to these brands and do it in a web 3.0 way, in a way that is for the future, right? And then we have these brands that are spending marketing, green marketing on social media. Costs are rising. It's also complex to do Facebook ads because Facebook, like, actually is very peculiar when it comes to communicating sustainable products. Like, they even ban a lot of uh, businesses on social media because the way they communicate. So marketing costs a lot, and then of course production costs is, it's a lot. So it's not so profitable actually, in the sustainable industry when it comes to sustainable products, like fragmented and high costs, and yeah, it's very difficult. So there has to be an acceleration that comes from a completely fresh perspective. There has to be a platform that take care of this mess and try to connect the dots and make things good for consumers, for the brands, for every stakeholder that is involved. Okay, so what's the solution here? Again, save the future, powered by Mirai Labs, accelerate the ideation, creation, and adoption of sustainable products while building, and here is the key word, building the infrastructure and incentives for the exponential growth of ecology. So basically, what we do is we accelerate um, the ideation, creation, adoption of these green products, and we also build uh, tools, features that make eco-sustainability go viral, and basically eco-sustainability at that point can be seen like a mainstream industry, like something an industry when there is mass adoption. Okay. Also here, ideation, creation, and adoption. We're gonna see it with our model better. What I mean, but essentially, if we go back to the problem, you know, creating a product, commercializing the product, sell the product, market the product, it costs a lot. So um, today, like if you want to be a sustainable entrepreneur and that creates a sustainable brand, I mean, it's not so, again, not so profitable, and it takes time to come up with something and sell that and be profitable. So we want to accelerate this part too, right? So we're going to show you how. But essentially, yeah, we are an e-commerce accelerator, a platform that accelerate something. What we accelerate is basically we accelerate these sustainable brands. Okay, so our partners, which are selected by and boosted by the community on the blockchain. On the consumer side, this platform allows to shop sustainable products with crypto and remunerates, so rewards all the purchases and the user participation through decentralized finance. So, what do you do here is essentially explained. Keep in mind that, again, we go back here. We are a sustainable e-commerce accelerator. Okay? We drive the next generation of and the mainstream transition to sustainable e-commerce. Okay? So we make something, okay, for the earth, for the brands, for the consumers, okay, that accelerate this transition of eco-sustainability. Okay? And so what's the vision here? What's the final vision? What's the ultimate vision? Okay. Well, this is it. This is our ecosystem. We have Mirai Network, so it's basically Mirai Labs that is building all this stuff. So we have this Mirai Network. This is the settlement layer. Okay. Then we have the Save Future Protocol Mirai, that is basically the digital reserve and e-commerce protocol. Then we are building, and we build these token standards when it comes to utility and governance, product NFTs and NFTs. We have the token standard for brand custom tokens and the e-commerce stablecoins. Then we have all these features, the Launchpad, so this is basically the bootstrapping and booster incubation protocol. We have the Mirai Swap, this is the automated market maker. We have the Mirai IBO, the dropshipping protocol, the Mirai funding, the lending protocol, the Mirai bridges. Once we transition to our proprietary blockchain with our partner that we're gonna see later, we have the Mirai bridges, and finally, well, we have the universal interface that is essentially our e-commerce platform, usable by consumers, investors, entrepreneurs, brands, organizations. So this is the era of cool, autonomous, sustainable e-commerce. Cool because it's is exciting, is uh, like fun, is incredible. Okay, autonomous because essentially we are going to transition to um, an environment, an ecosystem where the community govern, and the e-commerce is autonomous because it's living on its own, right? And of course, sustainable because it's all about sustainability. It's a $1 trillion opportunity, guys, and it's growing. And this is our vision. Is the vision to essentially transition to a sustainable e-commerce model where everything is connected and make the life, the future life of the earth sustainable, and essentially, yeah, creating this new type of consumer that is the sustainable consumer, uh, that essentially accelerate the the advancement of sustainability in the world through the sustainable entrepreneur and the sustainable brand. Okay, and that essentially reward the sustainable investor. Everything connected. Now, let's go now to the. I wanna show you the model in a better way. So, do you remember here there was our website? Okay. Now let's go to our model and essentially the Mirai network. Okay. So here we have the Mirai network. So what is the Mirai network? It's essentially all these ecosystem, right? Starting from, and we go back here, the Save Future protocol or Mirai, that is basically the digital reserve e-commerce protocol. Now, this protocol is essentially a revisitation of all these mainstream tokenomics protocols that essentially are community based, and they trying to create value for the investor and et cetera, and then they build a product around that. Well, we actually starting from the end. We already started from an actual product, and then we built around that the protocol and the tokenomics. Now, how does it work? Well, we have the classic for when it comes to stage protocol. We have the classic. Well, first of all, it's like two tokens protocol. So we have the Mirai token and the Nala token, as you can see here. They are in this protocol. Now, when it comes to the tokenomics, we have the 10% fee every time there is an exchange of the tokens. Um, we have the 3.333% that goes to the holders, and then the other 6.66% it goes to providing liquidity for 15 days. Then after 15 days, we have like 50% that is sent to our save fund wallet, and 50% that is split between the burn wallet and the save fund wallet. And the other essentially goes to the liquid pool that is essentially BNB and Mirai LP tokens. Now, um, I talk about the two tokens, and then now we're gonna see better their utility and what we can do with that. Okay, but essentially, if we transition to this part of this model, well, Mirai is a utility token that give you access to rankings and competitions inside our e-commerce platform. So as an order, you're gonna enter this ranking, and you can enter this uh, teams where you can join battles and competitions with teams, where every 30 days there are winners, and there are people that finished in the highest part of the ranking, and every 30 days essentially you can redeem products from our brand partners. So every 30 days we have these products that are inside our e-commerce platform that are given to these people that are complete tasks and finish in the higher ranking of holdings, etc., etc. These products are financed by the Save Fund wallet. So the Save Fund wallet essentially is the wallet where a part of transaction fees from our tokenomics and essentially exchange goes to the Save Fund wallet. That is a wallet that is built to finance green causes, our brand partners, community rewards, etc., etc. So it's connected to the tokenomics. Okay, so every 30 days, the user can redeem the products from our brand partners. Okay, and then Mirai is also a token that can be converted into the NFTs of our artists partners. So there's gonna be collectibles, and by the way, this standard is already made. So we already done it, right? So the Mirai token can be converted into our NFTs inside our platform from our artist partners. So every time you do that, we burn 35% of the Mirai tokens. And then we have, as you can see in the white paper, this business model, this product model, well, basically partially we burn, partially we give it to our artists and in stablecoin, and partially we keep it for as a revenues for funding our ecosystem, etc. But essentially, with Mirai, you convert it into our NFTs, you farm these NFTs, and every 30 days, you are going to redeem the products from our brand partners. So here it is, right? So the Mirai token is like a door, passepartout to receiving products from our brand partners through by participating to the platform with tasks and by holding and by entering this competition and rankings, or by leveraging our NFTs and collectibles, right? So this is a part two. Then we have Nala token. So with Mirai, what you can do, you can farm Mirai and get Nala tokens as a reward. Nala tokens have a different tokenomics and different supply, because Mirai starts with a 1 trillion supply and is deflationary. Nala, it starts with 100 million supply and is like you know a different token, because it's a governance token, that so where you are able to do staking and voting, and you have other features like we're gonna see now. But essentially, Mirai, is a high deflationary token that starts from 1 trillion, and Nala is the Bitcoin of our platform, right? So 100 million token, etc. Now, what you can do, staking, you can do voting. So what I mean with the selected by the, so if you go back to the presentation and we say, okay, the brands are going to be selected by and boosted by the community, well, the Nala token is gonna make it possible. So you're going to be able to select which brands and products we should accelerate inside our e-commerce platform and sell inside our e-commerce platform. And through Nala, you're going to be able to boost, and so to advertise inside our e-commerce platform those products that for you deserve to be boosted. You can finance brands. Okay, so that's the type of governance that we are going to achieve. And then, of course, through Nala, well, you have the opportunity and you have the right to receive discounts, 20, 30% discounts on the products that you actually want to buy. So here with Mirai, essentially, you were supposed to play with the platform and be rewarded. Here with Nala, when you want to actually buy, so you want to shop through cryptocurrency, you want to shop a product, so you want to buy it through crypto. If you hold Nala, you're going to have 20, 30% of discounts, right? And essentially, uh, every 7 days, when you actually buy something, if you buy something and you have Nala, you hold Nala, you're gonna receive our governance rewards. Whether you stake, whether you vote, whether you buy, you're gonna receive governance rewards. And then the last cool thing, and for this, like, I'm very proud because we are doing something that is gonna technically revolutionize, I mean, again, the entire e-commerce industry, and that basically is the autonomous model. So the ones that is basically the drop shipping, the centralized drop shipping model. So now, when you buy inside our e-commerce platform, right? When you buy something, a product, a physical product, like a T-shirt, like a cream or something, whatever it is, you are actually buying the NFT, the non-fungible token of that physical product. So it's not like art, it's not a collectible, all right? But it's like a piece of unique code that is linked to the physical product. So essentially, what you're doing, you buying this NFT, and this NFT gives you the right to receive that physical product, uh, to your house, to your home. But also, what you can do with that NFT, well, you can basically collect it and resell it in the future. Okay, so what you can do, you can buy a bunch of NFTs of our products. Okay, you can take them, you can link them to Nala token, creating the LFT token. The LFT token means that you are providing liquidity. You are becoming like a liquidity provider, right? So you have this LP token that consists of 50% Nala, 50% NFTs of our products. And at that point, you are providing liquidity. You are financing the platform. So people that want to buy a product, they are buying it directly from you. So you become like a sort of drop shipper. So you make available to other members of the community of the e-commerce platform these NFTs by providing liquidity. So these LPs tokens that are essentially Nala and NFTs, or USDC and NFTs, well, they're essentially like creating this liquidity inside the platform where basically the community is financing the products. And if you think about it, that gives a lot of flexibility to the ecosystem, because at that point, the community that believes in the products, they actually invest in the products, they provide the liquidity, and it creates these incentives, makes that consist of rewards and this kind of liquidity incentives that you cannot see in a centralized e-commerce. All right, so that's like, I mean, very innovative, because um, what PancakeSwap and Uniswap are doing when it comes to finance, we are doing the same when it comes to e-commerce. Essentially, this is it, right? We're doing the same. Now, again, keep in mind this: the NFTs of the products are not the NFTs that we mean here when it comes to collections and art. So when I mean here, when I say like NFTs of our artists partners, I mean like everything that can you can think about, like, I don't know, like avatar plants, or creatures like, or virtual lands, but everything that it can be connected to sustainability and earth and green. So um, this type of art is going to be seen like as something that can symbolize and can be associated with green causes and earth and sustainability and green, etc. So virtual lands, like creatures, like animal creatures, like uh, avatar plants. But of course, everything is going to be cool and futuristic, but of course, connected to the topic of sustainability. But again, all these things that I'm saying here, if you think about it, are made, okay, are features that um, make it possible for the next 20 years consumers that are close to the cryptocurrency industry and the decentralized finance and the gaming industry to come close and come closer to the earth and to the sustainability. And basically we create things that make people think that actually acting green and buying sustainable products is cool and is rewarding. So these are all things that have this ultimate goal of basically evolve sustainability and make the earth sustainable in the future, right? Then um, essentially we have these other two parts. So again, the accelerator. So who is going to provide us the products again? Well, our brand partners. Okay, these brand partners are accelerated by us in two ways. Well, first of all, by uh, bringing a community and a platform that make it easier or faster, or yeah, I mean, easier and faster to sell something uh, for the next 10, 20 years, right? So we're providing visibility and engagement for these brands. And the second part is essentially that we are going to provide bootstrapping incubation tools that allows entrepreneurs and brands to be in a certain way boosted and financed by the community. And thanks to our token standards here, well, essentially these brands and entrepreneurs can launch their project and launch their product through our platform. Essentially, has again PancakeSwap, Uniswap, or I mean, Polka started do other like launchpads do in the decentralized finance um, environment. And we are doing it when it comes to the e-commerce. Okay, so these type of services are for us the accelerator part. And but I mean everything is an accelerator, but this part we call like accelerator because yeah, is essentially something made essentially for the brands, okay, to make them um, thrive for the next 10 to 20 years. And then we have the academy part. And by the way, again, all these parts are already partially done, right? We have all these standards and we are all the partners in connection and we are doing it. The academy is the third layer that allows young entrepreneurs to come up with ideas, sustainable ideas, can be services, can be products, can be platforms that have as a goal the uh, have the goal to um, evolve sustainability and bring sustainability to the mass and help Earth thrive. Okay, and these type of academies are essentially like um, services that allows an entrepreneur to come up with something and to actually launch that, okay, through our platform. And we're gonna see with like which partner we are leveraging to do that. So guys, this is our ecosystem of products. Keep in mind, it's a lot of stuff, but the protocol, the e-commerce platform, the centralized fund, the decentralized accelerator, and academy, they're all connected with the same and with the unique, clear goal that we have. And of course, when it comes to exchange and farming and staking, well, of course, this is part of our ecosystem too, not directly inside Mirai. I mean, Mirai Labs is as not the core business of Mirai Labs is not, of course, the exchange and pools and farming, but we have that too, thanks to also our other company, bbpump.com, that provides the technology um, that allow us to do what I said before. So all these standards that we have, all the liquidity that we're gonna provide, thanks to bbpump.com technology, we can do it. You know, we can do it. Uh, so very exciting, very exciting. Let's go now. Let's go to the product actually. Okay, so here, by the way, you see here the domain is not the actual one, but you're gonna see it next few days the actual domain that we have. But essentially, as you can see here, this is our MVP product. Essentially, here you can see the token balance, your NFTs, collectibles, your referral rankings that allows essentially to enter rankings and competition, etc. Here you're gonna have the redeem products section and the statistics and what we are doing essentially. But here you see the menu. We're gonna open the first two now in September. Then we're gonna open for the end of September the teams and profile section, and then we're gonna open in November the shop and collectible section, and everything is going to be tracked on our Trello, public roadmap section that is already available to be seen and read. But this one that you see here is our general roadmap. Then we're gonna have the Trello one that you can see. I'm gonna link it in the next few days. Is essentially the product roadmap so that you can track everything that what we do, essentially what we do every day, right? Now, let's go to for the partners, and I'm gonna recap everything, and I'm gonna tell you about our dates, public launch dates. Okay, so when it comes to NFTs, we have a partner here, two partners, so BBPOM and Body NFT and Star NFTs that are providers that are gonna help us. BBPOM.com is our other company that we have essentially is going to be rebranded, and it provides all the services that we have. But we have a confidential partner. We have Mole, that is a cybersecurity partner and provides security to our protocol. When it comes to our tokens, we actually created from zero this smart contract because we want to make it scalable and flexible for the future. So it's completely from zero. We have Starboost, is a company creator that is going to help us with the parts of acceleration and academy. We have Keys Digital, that is like a provider of marketing, and it's going to help us with a lot of things related to marketing. We have Ofala, that is basically Italian company that help us with the blockchain, and is essentially a startup that allows to plant trees with the costs of the blockchain. So essentially, is a super important green partner when it comes to blockchain and green. Okay, then we have Utrust, that is basically well, the provider of crypto payments, etc. So it's going to help us with a lot of things. Now, a lot of stuff is going on here. Now, let's go back to the vision. Launch dates. So, as I said before, the State of Future e-commerce platform is the universal interface. When we're gonna drop that? We're gonna drop that from the 18th of September on. So basically, that's the first thing we're gonna launch. Product first. Then what we're gonna do? We're gonna launch the Safe Future Protocol Mirai officially from the 1st of October. That is gonna contain the utility governance token first. Then we're gonna start launching the product NFTs and NFTs. We're gonna go for the brand custom tokens, and then the e-commerce stable coins, algorithmic algorithmic stable coins for the e-commerce. Okay, this is like essentially for 2021 and the beginning of 2022. And in the meantime, we're gonna finalize our Mirai Launchpad swap. Is already essentially done by Bitcoin.com, but we're gonna talk about that later on. We're gonna finalize the IBO dropshipping protocol together with the Launchpad, and yeah, the funding lending protocol is gonna be the last part that is essentially related to our liquidity model. And once we do that, um, we're gonna start the transition to our blockchain, proprietary blockchain, and yeah, it's gonna come the final part of the vision, and essentially, uh, I our goal is to create all these things in the next 365 days, or at least like complete the 90% of these uh, base of this base, uh, essentially for in the next three 365 days, so the next year. Okay, um, we have the capabilities, and actually part of that is already done. um, and essentially, yeah, um, the bear market the bear market is gonna help us focus more on the products and less on the tokens. So essentially, um, we are going to be happy to work during the bear market because it gives the possibility for a startup to actually build something without the pressure to actually maintain the token value high. Okay. Um, so I don't want to say specific dates beside the token launch of the e-commerce platform now, but essentially that vision is 365 days vision. Of course, then one thing is to create something, one thing is actually to reach the mass and reach the audience. So from that to actually reach the audience and reach the $1 trillion opportunity market, and achieve at least 10% of the $1 trillion opportunity, well, it's going to take years. But yeah, if we make the steps uh, in a proper way, and if we connect the dots in a proper way, I'm pretty sure that the era of autonomous sustainable e-commerce is going to come for us, and it's going to come strong. So yeah. So well, I also going to share with you the public Zeppelin, where you're gonna see all the designs that we're going they're being implemented in our e-commerce platform. Okay, from all these sections. Um, if I go back here, well, here you can see here the profile that, I mean, the door to our profile that essentially is this. Well, I'm very, I'm very happy that the user experience that we're building is like crazy, something that nobody did before. So yeah, very happy that we're going to be able to show you all these things soon. And yeah, guys, so Marco here again. See you soon.